Hey, so it's been a minute since I've done a video and I'm back with an update. So now on with this and I had to say goodbye to this because you know we we've graduated. So this is an update of my mommy makeover and my Lipo 360 journey. It's been a long time coming. Stay tuned.
Here is an example of something that perhaps you haven't seen. The side go. 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 The side go.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Artesia Stamps. If you have not already done so, like and subscribe to my channel because I don't always post videos, but when I do, I try to make sure that I bring out something that makes sense and that you can actually use in the future. So, no, I'm not wearing a faja. I've graduated. It's been it's been a year and some change since my mommy makeover, which means I had a breast lift, an extended tummy tuck with ab repair and lipo to the flanks. September 9th, 2021. And it's almost 1 year post-op to me having my Lipo 360 with Dr. Ziakis in Houston. Whew. Let's talk about it. So no water. I don't wear my fajas anymore. I found that I don't need to actually wear them because it's been a minute. But I see a lot of women that wear their fajas for, I'm talking about years. And me personally, I don't too much like being zipped all up and closed in. My personal preference, I don't like it. So while Snatched Body has been my absolute go-to for my post-op garments needs, like I have so many of these things, but this is my stage one. Stage two. This is my stage one. I wore my stage one for I don't even know how long. I wore it even after a year after having my mommy makeover because it came longer and I like that. My stage two, I mean, she did me good. I just don't feel the need to be enclosed anymore because here's the thing. When you're wearing your faja, you're wearing your faja because you need to compress, right? And because you are keeping water and you're retaining water. I'm at a point now where it's not about water retention, it's about sculpting. And I want to say I'm in the phases of my waist training phases, if that makes sense. But it was and I only kept wearing this because I had Lipo 360 to my back. And so the only reason why I kept wearing this is because it kept me compressed in the back. So I was searching and searching and searching, trying to find a garment that went from the top of my breasts, back in breast, all the way down to covering up the fupa area, just to keep it all snatched and contained. And I did. I found one. It's so cool. I'm going to show it to you. But before I do all of that, let me take you back about a couple of weeks to give you a true update. So while working out, I hurt myself. And I will back up. I didn't hurt myself, but I did find myself more tired than usual. I guess I want to say pertaining to the ab repair because cardio is cool and I can do cardio. I can even do weights. But when it comes to the ab repair, it sometimes still gets swollen. And most people are not going to tell you this, but it's true. My ab repair gets swollen from time to time. I've looked it up and I researched and I still have yet to understand why. but it does. And I got to make sure that I keep myself intact because sometimes that causes me not to be able to go to the gym for a couple of days because I'm in pain. And that's the only time that I will go and revert back to my fajas. But now that I have my waist trainer, I don't have that same sentiment. So keep it going. Um, I don't get my massages all the time, but I have switched it up. So I was going to this place that was super gentle because I needed that, right? I needed to have the gentleness and the movements of the lymphatic. But now it's time for me to switch gears, right? So I started going to Tiffany. Love her. Um, by the way, she serves a purpose in this segment of my journey, because I needed or need somebody that's able to come in and massage. Because if you don't be careful, you can find yourself getting scar tissue wherever you got your where you got your Lipo 360 at. And so because she massages a little bit, I don't want to say it's called. I don't want to say it's a lymphatic massage, but it is a post-operative massage because lymphatics supposed to be real soft to the touch, right? Because that's what it's supposed to be. But she does this massage and her hands are like gold. And she was able to point out to me that I had several lines of scar tissue that were building up back here. And she had to work them out. And I continue to go to her because she's able to get the scar tissue. Now my body can handle it. My body isn't in pain. My body is good. So yes, I do get my massages, but I am now going to a Better You massage therapy in Little Rock. Don't give me the line. Tiffany's her name, and she's fabulous. So that's where I've been going, just to make sure that I'm getting my massages. Now, mental health. I want to say on a scale of 1 to 10, my mental stability took a hit, um, body wise, and how I feel. Um, Before the surgeries, although I was bigger and more skin and I wasn't appealing to me, to the eye, um, I could do more in the gym, which gave me the ability to feel empowered that I was good. But since having the surgery, I'm still not at 100% in the gym. I'm probably like a good 6.5, like 6.5. But honestly, that's a lot for me right now. And when I think back, I was like, dang, I used to be able to do so much. But now it's like, slow down. You'll get there. So I've learned to give my body grace, if you will. So I try to make sure that I'm not doing too much in the gym. I go 3 days a week for 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes of cardio. I don't do weights right now. I use my body weight for everything because I don't want to hurt myself. So there's that. What else? So y'all know that I had gained a little bit of weight, right? Post surgery, and I started doing the Ozempic Wegovy to get back to my post surgery weight. Did that, now we back good. So I started my fitness journey back on Instagram. You should follow me. And I've started implementing those things again that I once did way back before I even considered surgery. Before even having surgery, I lost 96.5 pounds naturally. So I know what to do to lose the weight. Now it's all about me getting back in the mental game to keep on protecting my investment. So how am I doing that? Y'all, I went on Amazon and I found this thing that was like magical. Wait a minute, let me show y'all. Putting up my t-shirt. Okay. If you can see, this thing goes all the way up. All the way up. And it's a large. I'm on my second notch. And I have like 2 more notches to go. It's breathable, and it doesn't have the bones inside. So I'm able to move and not hurt myself. So we're good. But let me show you what it looks like without. So let me see. It's not hard to, okay. All right. So if you can see, it does hold me in. It's called Yanni? I don't know. Yanni in a large. And like I said, it's breathable. You can see right through it. And it doesn't have any bones in it. Look, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sizes in one. So when I start to creep in, you're gonna be like this. But look how I don't have a long torso. Y'all know that. So this right here serves me absolute well, and it gets in all the spaces. Now, am I happy about my results to this day? I don't know. Let's talk about it. So I'm okay with everything. I think what still bothers me, you know, I'm always transparent. Sorry, my eyes are itching. What bothers me is this right here, and there's nothing that I can do about it because it's not fat. I don't even know if it's just like loose skin, but see this? That bothers me, but it's okay. It's like super loose. Now, when Tiffany was giving me a massage, this was hard, very hard, but she has been giving me massages to get that scar tissue out. And this is the true, real deal body. And then if y'all can see, like, right here. So while I said I'm not upset with my results, I'm still in love with my results. I'm just not super in love with my back. But we've been there. Talked about that. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. No pun intended. So I figured what I would just do is I would keep on doing what I'm doing. And that's protecting my investment. And that's working on me from the inside out. And everything will fall into place. Like scars and stuff, like, see? When I say they cut me hip to hip, I mean he cut me from hip to hip. I didn't get just cut in the middle. No, I got cut starting here all the way to here, hip to hip. So healing going just fine. I'm protecting the investment. I'm still at it, but like I said, I'm not going back. I ain't going back. But I will continue to work on me from the inside out, because that's literally what it's all about. Now, do I get tempted to go back? Girl, yeah. I stay always thinking about it because, you know, I'm human. In my head, I'm like, oh my God, what can I do to get rid of this back fat? I can get a back lift. Let's go. I'm like, no, pause. No more round. We're not gonna do round 3s. Has it crossed my mind? Absolutely. I would be lying to y'all if I said it didn't. But you know, I don't lie. I don't mislead y'all. I thought about it, but I just cannot be in a faja for another year. I've been in a faja for 2 years, and I can't do this no more. So I'm gonna go and let it rock it out with my waist trainer. Put this bad boy on. Keep going to the gym. Keep eating clean, moderation, and protecting my investment. But as of right now, nope, I ain't going back. So that is my 1 year and some change post-op update for my mommy makeover and a almost 1 year post-op update for my Lipo 360. Like I said, I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm just not going back. Am I exhausted? Absolutely. Do I go hard in the gym? Yeah, because I'm chasing something in my head that I can see it. But honestly, is it real? Is it attainable? I think that's something that every woman should ask themselves when it comes to surgery. When you get done, and I wish I would have did this to myself and I didn't, but I should have said, Tisha, when you have this surgery, will you be happy after this? And that is my answer. I would have known then if I wanted to go back. But I didn't do that. Got my first surgery, second surgery, and at the second surgery, I still didn't say, Tisha, will you be happy when you're done? And I would have knew then if I was going to go back or not. And here I am, a year and some change, and almost a year post-op from my surgeries, having round 1 and 2. And, I get on Facebook and I scroll, and I see these females, and I'm like, oh my God, they look great. But that is not my canvas. I ain't never been a small female. And my snapback ain't good like that. And I can't take chances with jumping on these tables again. And so I think round 3 for me out the question, so many folks have DM'd me and asked me, how do I feel? And I've been like, you know what? I can't do a round 3. The round 2 was scary. I can't do round 3. I think I terrified my mother. I cannot do a round 3. So no, it's out of the cards for me. But I will say this. I know what to do to lose the weight. I did it before. And I can do it again. But it just first starts in the mental. And so that's where I am on my weight loss journey. You should follow me on Instagram. It's Tisha's_journey. Follow me to chat with me, keep me accountable, all of those things, because I got a plan. By May 9th of this year, I will be down 20 pounds. I will be more defined and more toned in my ab area. I will be more defined in my shoulders. But you gotta follow my journey to watch me do it. So, until then, see y'all.